I'm Willow, and this is my story. I was born in Bilberry City in 2007. My family didn't own any pets, and my siblings weren't born yet, so it was just me, my mom, and my dad. However, I was obsessed with animals. I always had one with me, either a stuffy or on my shirt. We lived in a tall apartment with a beautiful view, looking over the shining city. That was where I grew up. My life was pretty boring when I was little, to be honest. I didn't play any sports and I was homeschooled, no pets or siblings to play with either. But I found a love for reading. I read books all day, every day. My mom would buy me every new children's book that came out. I often went through a graphic novel a week. It was unfortunate I was too young to read properly, but picture books and comics were enough. One day when I was watching TV, I saw something that I'd never seen before. A real life horse. I'd read about them but never seen real ones. I was 6 years old and had never seen a horse. Mom said I could riding lessons once she saw how excited I was about them, so we booked me in and left immediately. I rode a little black gelding called Captain. He took such good care of me. For the first few rides we were only walking, but as I got better my trainer got me trotting and posting. I rode there once a week and every time I got better and better. One thing I loved was when I got to do a big, sitting trot down the lane. That was fun. Captain was so smooth and gentle. It was no time at all before I was cantering off the lead. We started doing poles and even small jumps. He would fly over them. One morning my trainer wanted to do a 60 centimeters jump. I was nervous but trusted Captain and went for it. The first try he ran out the way, jumped the side, but I was determined. I quickly circled him around and tried again. This time he just soared over it. I was astonished. It wasn't too long before we were jumping 75 centimeters and over. This is when my parents decided to lease out a pony for me to ride whenever. Unfortunately, this meant I had to leave Captain behind. I missed him so much and I still do. After a while of searching we found Ellie. She was an adorable chestnut pinto Arab. Although she was only for lease, I fell in love with this mare. She was my entire world. I spent all day at the barn, brushing, riding and hanging out with Ellie. A princess pony was all a little 7-year-old girl like me could ever want. And I was lucky enough to have that pony. I rode her almost every day and every day we improved so much. My favorite thing was jumping. And it was Ellie's favorite too. Soon we found a love for hunter jumping, mainly because I was a bit nervous and you didn't have to race around the course. We got good at it too. Once I got a GoPro, I videoed everything. It was all going so well. I had Ellie for almost 4 years and we were jumping things I would have never imagined I'd ever jump. However, she was just a lease. Soon enough her owners wanted her for their child. I didn't want to say goodbye, but I knew she would bring this child so much joy. It was so sad watching her disappear in that float. But for my 11th birthday I didn't even know what was coming. Then on June 30th, my mum surprised me with a gelding of my own. At first he was stubborn and naughty, and had a big rearing problem. After almost a billion falls, I finally got to him. After months of hard work, Frosty and I were out in the open, competing. Our favorite was cross country. Frosty gave me so much confidence. We trained a lot, practicing my position and his. Soon we saw big improvement. Our jumps were looking much neater. We still had our times. Here he is bolting. I couldn't stop him for ages, and it actually ended with me plopping off the side. We had so many falls, but I was okay with it. After about a year, the other horses started to come, ponies, rescues, and more horses. Leave a comment if you want a PD too. Bye.